No backup, no reinforcements, just you. You either step up and lead, or you stay where you are. Forever you owe it to you. That's the hard truth. That's the line in the sand, because no one is coming. Not your friends, not your family, not your boss, not some miracle from the sky. It's just you. You've been waiting for a sign. This is it. You've been hoping someone will show up and rescue you from the mess you're in. Not going to happen. You are responsible for your life, every part of it, the good, the bad, the broken, the painful, all of it. That's not a reason to feel shame. It's not about guilt. It's about power. Because when you finally accept that no one's coming, when you understand that no one owes you anything, that's when you become dangerous. That's when you become unstoppable. People waste years thinking the world owes them something. It doesn't. The world owes you nothing. Life is not fair, and it's not supposed to be. The truth, you're supposed to struggle. You're supposed to fall. You're supposed to learn how to fight for yourself. Because if you don't, who will? You want success, earn it. You want discipline, build it. You want respect, command it. Stop waiting, stop complaining, start owning. This is your war. This is your mission. You either rise to the occasion or you get crushed by it. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. The only thing you need is a decision to get up, get moving, and handle your business. There is no magic formula, no secret path, just work, just consistency, just pain turned into purpose. You think someone out there has it easier, maybe, but that's irrelevant. The truth is, someone out there has it worse and they're still doing the work. So what's your excuse? Get serious, get accountable. Your future is your responsibility. Your mindset, your habits, your results, they're on you. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to test you. It's going to break you down, but it's also going to build you up if you let it. If you keep showing up. If you stay in the fight. When you stop waiting for someone to come save you, you realize something powerful. You don't need saving. You need action, you need focus, you need fire. That's how you earn your way out. That's how you build a life of discipline, of strength, of meaning. You owe it to yourself to stop playing small. You owe it to yourself to do the work. No one's going to hand it to you. No one's going to carry you across the finish line. This is your race, your journey, your responsibility. No one is coming, and that's the best news you'll ever hear. Because now, it's on you, all of it, and you can handle it. You were built to. 2025 won't give you anything, that's a fact. Not because it's unfair, but because that's how life works. It doesn't care about your dreams, your potential, or your good intentions. The world is neutral. It rewards action. It rewards effort. And if you want something out of this year, you're going to have to take it. Not ask, not hope, take. You've been lied to if you think success shows up just because you want it bad enough. That's not how it works. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants freedom, money, status, health, peace of mind. But most people won't do what it takes to get those things. Most people will wait. Wait for a better time. Wait for the fear to go away. Wait for someone to give them permission. And while they wait, time keeps moving. The clock keeps ticking. Life moves on with or without them. But not you. Not this year. Not if you're serious. If you want something out of 2025, you're going to have to wake up every day like it's a battle. Because it is. A battle against comfort. A battle against excuses. A battle against your old habits, trying to drag you back to the same place you've been stuck in for years. You want growth, you're going to have to earn it. You want results, you'll have to bleed for them, mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically. This isn't a motivational quote, this is war. There's no magic coming. No one's handing out opportunity. You have to create it, out of discipline, out of consistency, out of grit. And it won't always be pretty. You'll fall, you'll doubt yourself, you'll want to quit. That's part of it. That's the cost of leveling up. The question is, are you willing to pay that price? Are you willing to trade comfort for growth, sleep for progress, distractions for purpose? Because that's what it's going to take. You can either keep fantasizing about what life could be, or you can attack what life must be if you're willing to fight for it. No one's going to believe in your dream like you will. No one's going to feel your hunger like you do. So don't wait for applause. Don't wait for someone to open the door. Break it down. Take what you came for. 2025 is wide open, but only for the ones who are bold enough to take their shot. Every day, someone out there is grinding harder than you, staying more focused, sacrificing more, and they're going to win. Not because they're better, but because they refused to wait. They acted, they moved. They fought, and now it's your turn. You owe it to yourself to go all in. You want it, take it. Discipline is the only way out of mediocrity, out of regret, out of the cycle you keep repeating, year after year, starting strong, falling off, and ending up exactly where you began. Discipline is the exit, not motivation, not inspiration, not luck. Discipline, because motivation is weak. It disappears the moment life gets uncomfortable. When it's raining, when you're tired, when no one's watching, motivation is gone. But discipline stays. Discipline shows up when everything else tells you not to. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. Most people think they need more time, more resources, more confidence. They don't. What they need is discipline, the power to decide right now that excuses are done, that progress matters more than comfort, that showing up consistently without drama, without negotiation, is the only path forward. You want to change your body? Discipline. You want to fix your finances? Discipline. You want peace of mind, control, strength, purpose? Discipline. There's no shortcut, no easier path, no backdoor to success. It's early mornings, hard choices, daily reps. It's mastering your emotions, not being ruled by them. And that mastery comes from discipline. Discipline is the root of all freedom. That's the paradox most people miss. The more disciplined you are, the more control you gain over your schedule, over your results, over your future. It doesn't trap you, it frees you. It removes the chaos. It replaces guilt with pride. It gives you momentum, clarity, and power. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, and discipline is the system. It's the difference between wishing and winning. Between dreaming and doing, discipline is the grind that no one sees, the choices you make when there's no applause, the habits that stack over weeks, months, years until they turn you into something unrecognizable. People look at discipline like a punishment. It's not. It's a gift. It's the only way to earn self-respect. Because when you tell yourself you're going to do something, and then you actually do it, that builds confidence. Not fake confidence, earned confidence, confidence that doesn't crack under pressure, confidence built in the dark. So stop waiting for the mood to be right. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop blaming everything around you. If you want to fix your life, fix your discipline. If you want to escape average, master your discipline. It won't be easy, it's not supposed to be, but it will be worth it. When everything else fails, when the world says slow down, take it easy, you've done enough. Discipline is the voice that says, we're not done yet, get back to work. And that voice is the one that saves you every single time. Own every mistake, own every victory. That's the mindset of a leader. That's the mindset of a warrior, because the truth is you don't get to pick and choose. You don't just claim the wins and hide from the losses. If you want to grow, if you want to lead, if you want to dominate, you take all of it. Responsibility, that's the standard. You made the mistake. Good. Own it. No excuses. No pointing fingers. No yeah, but. Own it fully, because the moment you take ownership is the moment you gain power. When you blame others, you give away control. You hand over your progress to someone else. And guess what? They don't care. They won't fix it. You will, if you choose to own it. Owning your mistakes doesn't make you weak. It makes you real. It shows integrity. It shows maturity. It shows that you're in this for the long haul, not just to look good, but to be good, to get better. That's what real winners do. They look at their failures, their flaws, their missed opportunities and say, that's on me, I'll fix it. And then they go do it. But ownership doesn't stop at failure. You've got to own the wins too. When you show up every day, when you stay disciplined, when you deliver results, own that. Not with arrogance, but with pride. With confidence, with the quiet understanding that you earned it. You didn't get lucky. You didn't stumble into success. You showed up, did the work, stayed consistent, and now you're seeing the return. Own that, because if you don't own the wins, you'll never build confidence. You'll always downplay your progress. Act like it wasn't a big deal, like anyone could have done it. No, they didn't. You did. Give yourself credit when it's due, not for ego, for fuel, so you know what works, so you can double down, so you can keep pushing forward with purpose. This is about extreme ownership all the way. The bad calls, the good calls, the setbacks, the comebacks, everything. You take full responsibility for your life, your actions, your path. No one else is in charge. No one else is accountable. It's you. And that's a powerful place to be. Most people can't handle this. They want the spotlight, but not the pressure. They want the win, but not the weight. You're different. You accept it all. You wear your failures like armor. You wear your victories with humility because you know every mistake taught you something, and every win was built on those lessons. So the next time something goes wrong, don't hide, don't deny, say, that's mine, and then fix it. And the next time you win, stand tall, say, that's mine too, and then keep moving. That's how leaders operate. That's how warriors grow. That's how you earn respect from others and from yourself. Get up early, stay late, suffer more. That's the formula. That's the blueprint for those who aren't interested in average. If you want to rise above the crowd, if you want to lead, if you want to win, this is where it starts. Before the sun comes up, when most people are still sleeping, still dreaming, still avoiding the hard part. The alarm goes off, it hurts, you're tired. No one would blame you for hitting snooze, but you don't. Why? Because you made a decision. You made a commitment to yourself. And now every morning is a test. Every morning is a battle, and you win by getting up, not just physically, mentally. You rise above weakness. You rise above comfort. You take control before the world even opens its eyes. Staying late isn't about working yourself into the ground. It's about refusing to stop when you still have more to give. While others clock out mentally, you're locking in, reviewing your performance, sharpening your edge, adding just one more rep, one more task, one more lesson. Not because anyone's watching, because you are. You hold the line. You push your limit. You keep the promise you made to yourself when you said you wanted more. And then there's the suffering. People run from it. They avoid it. They want the results but not the pain. Not you. You embrace the suffering. You know that growth comes from pressure. That pain is the forge where greatness is made. The weight, the fatigue, the doubt, that's where champions are born. If you can suffer more than others, you can outlast them. You can outperform them. You can beat them, not with talent, but with grit. The early mornings and the late nights, they add up. One day you wake up and realize you're not the same person anymore. You're stronger, sharper, more dangerous. You built that version of yourself in the dark, in silence, when no one was cheering. You created it through discipline, repetition, and sacrifice. This mindset isn't glamorous. It's not pretty, but it's real. You don't need hype. You need heart. You don't need comfort. You need chaos. Because in that chaos, in the suffering, you find out who you really are. You find the edge, and then you push past it. You're not like everyone else. You don't chase balance. You chase better. You chase results. That's why you get up early. That's why you stay late. That's why you suffer more. Because while they sleep, you grind. While they quit, you fight. While they dream, you build. And in the end, it's not about being the smartest or the strongest. It's about being the one who endures, the one who never backs down, the one who shows up early, stays late, and keeps going no matter what. You can't fake confidence. You earn it, every ounce of it. Not with words, not with posturing, not by acting tough. Real confidence is built in the dark, in the silence, when no one's watching and no one's applauding. It's not loud. It doesn't have to be. It's solid, grounded, unshakable, and the only way you get it is by doing the hard things. Confidence doesn't come from telling yourself you're great. It comes from proving it to yourself, through discipline. Through repetition, through pain. You don't read your way to confidence. You bleed your way there. You earn it by doing what you said you'd do day after day, long after the feeling that made you say it has disappeared. You want to feel strong? Start by keeping your word. Show up when you said you would. Finish what you started. Stick to the standard even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. Because that's the moment the weak make excuses and the strong keep moving. You can fake it for a while, put on a show, pretend to be confident, but life has a way of testing you. Eventually, the truth comes out. In the stress, in the chaos, in the fatigue, and when that moment hits, only one thing matters. Have you done the work? Did you show up when no one was watching? Did you suffer in silence? Did you grind while others coasted? That's where confidence is born, in the invisible hours, in the decisions you make when quitting would be easier, in the small victories that compound over time. You can't borrow it, you can't steal it, and you damn sure can't fake it. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't need attention. It doesn't need validation. It's earned through scars, physical, mental, emotional. Every rep, every setback, every time you got knocked down and got back up, that's what builds it. It's in the discipline to train when you're tired, to keep going when the goal feels far, to take the hit and move forward anyway. And the best part, confidence is yours to build. It doesn't depend on talent. It doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care how you started. It only cares about what you do consistently. Show up every day with grit, with hunger, with purpose, and it will grow, quietly at first. Then louder, then unbreakable. Eventually, people will ask where your confidence comes from. They'll want the shortcut, the hack, the mindset trick. But there is none, just the truth. You earned it. You put in the work when no one else would. You chose discipline over comfort, effort over ease, and that made you dangerous, not because you said it, but because you lived it. So stop searching for fake confidence. Build the real thing. Put your head down. Do the work and let the results speak for you. There are no shortcuts, only reps, only effort. Only the work you do when no one is clapping, no one is watching, and no one is saving you. That's the truth most people run from. They want fast, they want easy, they want the secret, but there is no secret, just repetition, over and over, day after day. Everyone wants results. Everyone wants to win. But most people don't want to suffer for it. They don't want the process, they want the prize. They want to skip the pain, skip the grind, skip the years of unseen discipline. But that's not how this works. That's not how anything meaningful is earned. You want to get stronger, put in the reps. You want to master a skill, reps. You want confidence, clarity, control, reps. You show up when you don't feel like it. You do the work when it's boring. You stay consistent when the motivation disappears. That's the price. That's the tax you pay to level up. No one gets to skip it. Reps don't lie. They expose the truth. They reveal who's serious and who's pretending, who's committed and who's just dabbling. Because when you've done the reps, when you've put in the hours, the sweat, the struggle, it shows. You don't need to talk about it. You walk different. You lead different. You live different. Shortcuts create weakness. They rob you of the lessons, the pain, the setbacks, the grind. That's where you grow. That's where you develop patience, humility, and resilience. When you try to skip steps, you rob yourself of the opportunity to get forged in fire, to get earned toughness, and that toughness, that becomes your edge. Reps build more than muscle. They build identity. They're how you prove to yourself over and over that you can be trusted, that you are who you say you are, that your word means something. Every time you show up and put in the reps, you reinforce that identity. You become more disciplined, more focused, more dangerous. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop searching for the easier way. Stop trying to find the hack. The hack is this: show up, do the work, repeat. That's it. That's the formula. It's simple, but it's not easy, which is exactly why it works, because most people won't do it. They'll quit. They'll look for something more exciting. They'll burn out, but you're still there, still grinding, still putting in the reps, and that's why you win. Not because you're the most talented, but because you're the most consistent, the most locked in, the one who refuses to take shortcuts because you know they don't lead anywhere worth going. So if you want the reward, earn it, rep by rep. Day by day. You don't need perfect. You need persistence, and that's how you rise, not all at once, but one rep at a time, relentlessly. 2025 is your battlefield, not next year, not someday, right now. This moment is where the war is being fought, the war for your future, your dreams, your identity, and the truth is, nobody's handing out trophies. Nobody's giving you a free pass. This is a fight for everything you want and everything you refuse to lose. You can't afford to wait. You can't afford to hesitate. You can't afford to hope someone else will step in and clear the path. The battlefield doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't pause when you feel tired or overwhelmed. The fight is constant, and it demands everything you've got: your energy, your focus, your heart. So fight like hell. Fight with every ounce of strength you have. Fight through the doubt, the fear, the distractions, because those are the real enemies. Those are the forces trying to keep you stuck where you are. They want you comfortable, they want you safe, they want you quiet. But you're not here to settle, you're here to conquer. The battlefield is brutal, it's unforgiving. It will test you in ways you never imagined. You will get knocked down, you will face setbacks, you will encounter moments when giving up feels easier than pushing forward. But that's exactly when you need to fight harder. That's when you show up, dig deep, and prove that you are made for this. Fighting like hell means owning your choices. It means taking responsibility for your progress and your failures. It means cutting out the excuses and distractions that weigh you down. It means being ruthless with your time, your habits, and your mindset. Every decision you make either wins you ground or loses it, so make every move count. This fight isn't about others. It's not a competition with anyone else. It's a war against your own limits, against the part of you that wants to quit, to settle, to play it safe. You are the general of your own life, the commander of your own mission. And it's on you to lead with discipline, with courage, and with relentless will. Remember, the battlefield isn't just physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's the internal war that rages every day. The fight to believe in yourself when no one else does, the fight to keep going when everything inside says stop, the fight to turn pain into power and setbacks into fuel. 2025 is your battlefield, but it's also your opportunity. Your chance to rise above, to become the person you were meant to be, to write your story in blood, sweat, and grit, to fight for every inch, every second, every chance, so don't hold back. Don't wait for the right moment or the right conditions. The time is now, the battle is here. Fight like hell because your future depends on it, because your dreams demand it, because you owe it to yourself to show up as the warrior you are. And when the dust settles, when the fight is over, you'll stand taller, stronger, and unstoppable because you never gave up. You never backed down. You fought like hell.